Okay, it's Sunday, May 18, and all the trim has been installed. We got it done by Spectacular Trim. Paul Comey's the owner, really nice guy. And I think that we made a good choice. We've got these closet rails kind of blocking the view there, but I think we made a good choice. With the trim, pretty basic and simple, but kind of has a nice thickness to it that I think it's not really good lighting here. Nice thickness to it that I think gives the room a little added dimension. So there's that. We've got these boxes here weighing down the transition pieces around the fireplace. Those are the last transition pieces going in. Kind of tough to get a really good fit, but I think it'll look alright once we're done and we kind of caulk the seams. So anyway, trim. We've been putting in fresh outlets and covers, and we put in 5, I guess. 4 yesterday, and this first one I swapped it out and tested it, and it tested okay, and then I did the one behind the television, that one there, and that one right there to the left of the front door. And after I was done, these first two didn't work anymore. Like I said, that one I tested it first. After that first one I got confident and said, we don't need to test them, just wire them the way they were. And now these two don't work anymore, and that's why I've got this extension cord running to the television, so we don't have internet without power there. And the bigger problem is that now the dishwasher doesn't work, and there are 2 outlets over here in the corner of the kitchen that don't work, and this outlet where the refrigerator will be plugged in, that doesn't work. So I'm guessing that they're all on the same circuit, and that I blew the circuit, but not only tripped it, but blew the circuit breaker, because I went and did some troubleshooting today. There is the mapping I did of our circuit breaker box, and basically went and tested everything and figured out, for the most part, what's controlled by what. And as far as I can tell, well, it seems that, and hopefully this is the only problem, but that we just destroyed one of the circuit breakers somehow yesterday. So we've got a call into a couple of electricians, and we've been thinking about getting the breaker box replaced anyway. It's an old push-o-matic. We've had some flickering lights, and I don't think that our electrical is grounded either, so hopefully this is just a blessing in disguise that we're sort of being forced to deal with this now and not able to put it off. But boy, hopefully, I believe I mentioned that it's going to be really bad if we have to do any maintenance that requires that we pull out that washing machine. So I sure hope that doesn't happen. So anyway, down the hallway you can see the trim here, and there's Nami dolling herself up in our new bathroom that was supposed to be finished on Monday. You look lovely, darling. But it's not. Here are the glass panels for the shower, and the technician came in to install them on Monday, and I was here when he was setting up, and before he proceeded he said, there's a risk that when we drill in these glass tiles that they'll crack. And the proprietor who had quoted us on the work and all that, he had basically really kind of said that he was confident that that wouldn't happen. So we got pretty nervous and we decided to put it off. And the proprietor is now out of town, so we want to talk to him about that before we go any further with this, because we don't want to crack our tiles. But I guess what we'll do is we'll talk to said proprietor, and hopefully he can reassure us again before they proceed with this. And then maybe, as long as he promises that if the tiles do crack, that they'll come back and do the installation again after we replace the cracked tiles, then we'll just go ahead and have them do it and hope that it works out. I'm thinking worst case scenario, if they do it and it cracks the tiles, they're being fixed to the walls by these clips, so I think, yeah, so you've got what, 8 clips there, so I'm guessing that you have 8 tiles being drilled into here and along there and along there. So if it does crack the tiles, then I guess what we'll do, and I sure hope that it doesn't come to this, but what we would do, I guess, is remove the cracked tiles and replace them with like a porcelain tiles. Something that, looks good, either has a close match or contrasts in a way that looks good. So, yeah, we were hoping to be using this shower by now, but no such luck. So, that is our other dilemma here. So, electrical woes and this, but, sure it'll all work out one way or another, hopefully soon, and with minimal expense and inconvenience. So here's my noise room. We got the trim in here too, of course, and I'm getting stuff in here, so getting some of my music stuff in here, which makes it feel nice and homey. And I was playing a little bit of guitar the other day for the first time in probably a few months. Hope to be doing more of that soon. So here too, so yeah, so all the finishing work is kind of done. There's a little bit of touch up that needs to be done with the paint and caulking on the trim. Some of the caulk shrunk in, I think a little too much in the seams. The contractor who did it basically gave us the heads up that that might be the case. We had him spray paint everything in his workshop before installing it, so the upside of that is that it's a lot less messy, and it probably saved us some money on having a painter do all the trim, and it saves a lot of time to spray it beforehand, so you don't have to use tape and stuff. But the downside is that it does tend to not finish quite as perfectly as when you paint it when it's all done, so we'll have to do a little touching up, but I guess that's okay. And then here, where we demoed the closet, Nami bought a shelving system, and she installed this with practically no help from me. So she did it pretty fast too. So we're getting pretty handy here. And she bought only bought 6 brackets. Yeah, that's 6, 4 up there, 2 there. She needs 2 more. She's going to put those 2 more shelves there. And that's about it. I mean, pretty much the same deal here. We were hoping to get our bed set up, but well, we maybe still can, because that outlet needs to be switched, and we're not feeling like switching outlet covers anymore after what happened yesterday. But really, we could probably set up the bed right here, and that's probably not going to get in the way of working on that, come to think of it. So we should be setting up the bed soon, and there's this closet with the trim. Not a lot of light in here, and I'll shed a little light on the situation, so looks nice. So anyway, that's the state of things, and guess that's it for now. We'll check back, I guess, when the panels are up in the bathroom, see how that looks. Okie doke. Bye now.